You have prayed, you have read the word, you have confessed, you have repented, you have asked God to take it away. But your heart is still pounding with anxiety. Your palms still sweat. Your stomach is still tied in knots. The racing thoughts still keep you awake long after the world has gone silent. And then the second wave hits. The one that feels even worse. The guilt. The guilt feels heavier than the anxiety itself. You think, what is wrong with me? Am I a bad Christian? Why isn't my faith working? You see others who seem to have perfect peace, and the voice of shame whispers, you are a failure. Your faith is weak. God must be disappointed in you. This secret battle, this silent scream is exhausting. It's isolating. If you are here, if you feel that crushing weight of both anxiety and the guilt for having that anxiety, I want you to take a deep breath. This video is not 5 steps to fix you. You are not a project that needs to be fixed. This video is a permission slip. Permission to be human. Permission to be anxious and be deeply loved by God at the same time. Because in the next few minutes, we're going to discover a truth that can set you free. Your faith isn't weak. It might just be working in a way you were never taught to see. Welcome to Hidden God Stories. This is a safe space. This is a space where your weakness is welcome and where true peace is often found in the most unexpected places. If you are tired of pretending to be strong, if you are ready to be gentle with yourself, I invite you to stay. Breathe with me. Let's find this truth together. For so many of us, we were taught, perhaps unintentionally, that faith is an eraser. We were told that if we believe hard enough, if we pray long enough, if we have enough mustard seed faith, God would reach down and simply erase the anxiety like a switch being flipped. The storm would just stop. This is the myth of the perfect, painless faith. And the devastating consequence of this myth is that when the anxiety doesn't disappear, when the panic attack still comes, when the worry still lingers, we don't question the myth. We question ourselves. We conclude, I must have done something wrong, or I must not be a real Christian, or God is angry with me. This, my friend, is the lie that keeps us trapped. The truth, the Bible is not a collection of stories about perfect people who never felt anxious. It is a collection of stories about deeply human, often terrified and broken people whom God loved and whom God used. Let's look at the heroes we are told to admire. Look at David, the man after God's own heart. We read his words in the Psalms, and we find a man wrestling with raw, unfiltered anxiety. In Psalm 13, he cries out, not once, but 4 times, "How long, Lord? Will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me?" This doesn't sound like a man with perfect, untroubled peace. This sounds like a man in a dark hole. He felt abandoned. He felt forgotten. He was anxious. He didn't hide it behind polite prayers. He poured it out raw and real right at God's feet. He didn't pretend. And then there is Elijah. This is one of the most powerful prophets in the entire Old Testament. In 1 Kings 18, he stands alone against 450 false prophets. He calls down fire from heaven. He is the image of bold, courageous faith. And in the very next chapter, 1 Kings 19, what happens? One woman, Jezebel, threatens his life. And this great fiery prophet runs. He runs for his life. He runs into the wilderness, collapses under a tree, and he says, "I have had enough, Lord. Take my life." This is not just anxiety. This is burnout. This is depression. This is a man at the absolute end of his rope. His faith in chapter 18 was real, and his despair in chapter 19 was also real. Now, how did God respond? Did God appear in a whirlwind and say, "Elijah, where is your faith? After all I did for you, get up"? No. God's response is the most tender, therapeutic moment. He lets Elijah sleep. He sends an angel, not with a lecture, but with food, bread and water, twice. He honors Elijah's physical and emotional exhaustion, and then, after Elijah has slept and eaten, God speaks. But not in the wind, not in the earthquake, not in the fire. God speaks in a gentle whisper. Do you see? Your anxiety does not shock God. Your exhaustion does not disappoint him. Your fear does not make him turn his face away. If David the king could feel forgotten, if Elijah the prophet could feel so terrified he wanted to die, then it is okay that you living in this overwhelming modern world feel anxious. Your anxiety is not a sign of God's absence. It is simply a sign that you are human, a human deeply in need of a gentle, whispering God. So, if your faith is not an eraser, what is it? If it's not meant to make the storm vanish, what is its purpose? I want you to hold on to an image. It's an image the Bible itself gives us in the book of Hebrews. Your faith, your hope in God is an anchor. This simple image changes everything. Think about how an anchor actually works. An anchor does not stop the storm. When a ship is in the middle of a raging sea, the captain doesn't drop the anchor expecting the sky to clear and the sun to come out. That's not its job. An anchor does not stop the waves. The waves will still crash against the side of the boat. The boat will still be tossed, the wind will still howl, the rain will still fall. The people on the boat will still feel the storm. An anchor does only one thing, but it is the most important thing. An anchor keeps the ship from drifting. It keeps the ship from being smashed against the rocks. It keeps the ship from being pulled out into the open sea, lost forever. The anchor tethers the ship to something solid, something unseen, deep beneath the surface. Now let's bring this to your heart. The storm is your anxiety. It's real. It's loud. It's powerful. It might be caused by your brain chemistry. It might be from past trauma. It might be from very real, very stressful situations in your life right now. The storm is the storm. It is not a moral failure. It just is. The drifting, this is the dangerous part. The drift is what the anxiety tells you. It's the collection of lies that the storm whispers and then screams, God has abandoned you. You will never get better. You are all alone in this. You are a failure as a Christian. There is no hope. That is the drift. That is the spiritual danger. And that is where your faith comes in. Your faith is the anchor. Your faith, even if it feels as small as a mustard seed, even if it feels battered and weak, is the tether that connects your heart deep beneath the storm to the unshakable rock of God's character. And I have wonderful news for you. Your anchor is holding. How do I know? Because you are here, because you are listening to this, because in the middle of your anxiety, some part of you is still seeking his voice, still hoping for a word of comfort. That is faith. Faith isn't the absence of fear. Faith is the act of seeking God in the fear. Faith is not the absence of the storm. Faith is the presence of the anchor. Your anchor is not stopping the waves from hitting you, but it is stopping you from drifting into the lie that God has left you. It is keeping you from being utterly destroyed by the despair. You are not failing. You are anchored. And there is a profound, profound difference. The goal then is not to fight the storm. We can't control the storm. The goal is to rest in the anchor, to trust that even as the boat pitches and sways, even as you feel the wind and the spray on your face, you are held, you are secure, you are not going to be lost. And now, I want to practice dropping that anchor with you, right here, right now. In whatever storm you find yourself in, you don't have to fix anything, you don't have to force any feeling. All you have to do is be. If it feels safe for you, I invite you to close your eyes, or perhaps just soften your gaze. Let's begin by just noticing our breath. It's an anchor. 2, it holds you to this present moment. Let's take a slow, deep breath in, filling your lungs, and a long, slow breath out. Releasing the tension in your shoulders, releasing the guilt. 1 more. A deep breath in, breathing in a sense of permission, and a slow breath out, letting go of the need to be strong. Now, I want you to gently, without judgment, just acknowledge the storm. Notice the anxiety. Where is it in your body? Is it a tightness in your chest? A spinning in your mind? A heaviness in your stomach? Don't try to fight it. Don't try to pray it away. Just see it, like clouds passing in the sky, like waves on the water. It is there. And that is okay. You are safe. Now, I want you to imagine that anchor. Imagine a strong, heavy, faithful anchor, and imagine a rope, a tether that runs from the very center of your heart. See it dropping down through the clouds of worry, down through the waves of panic, down, 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 until you feel it, thud, as it lands on the solid, unshakable seabed. The bedrock. That bedrock is the character of God. That bedrock is his unchanging love for you. The waves are still there, the clouds are still moving, but you can feel the tether. You are no longer adrift. Now hold on to the anchor itself. Let these truths be your anchor as I say them. Just let them sink into your heart. You don't have to force yourself to feel them. Just hear them as true. I am with you, even in this, especially in this. My grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect, not in your strength, but in your weakness. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Your anxiety does not define you. My love does. Nothing can ever separate you from my love. Not your fear, not your panic, not your doubt. You are held. Just rest here for a moment. Feel the boat of your heart rising and falling with the waves, but feel the deep, steady pull of the anchor. It is holding you. You're not lost. You are safe. You are safe. When you're ready, you can slowly bring your awareness back to the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. You can open your eyes whenever you feel comfortable. Remember this, your anxiety is not a sign of your failure. It is not evidence of a weak faith. It is an invitation to discover an anchor that is stronger than any storm. You are not broken. You are not a disappointment. You are simply a human, held by a divine, unshakable love. My blessing for you today, from our shared space at Hidden God Stories, is this. May you be gentle with yourself. May you give yourself the same grace that God so freely gives to you. May you feel the solid weight of the anchor beneath the waves. And may you find, even in the midst of the wind and the rain, a peace that does not demand the storm to stop, but a peace that holds you and whispers, you are safe. You are held. Thank you for trusting me with your time and your heart today. If this video served as an anchor for you, even for just a moment, I invite you to join our community. Subscribe to Hidden God Stories. You don't have to walk this path alone. We are here, finding rest together. Peace be with you.
Faith is seeking God in the fear.
You've just uncovered a hidden mystery of God. Subscribe to Hidden God Stories to continue this miraculous journey of faith.